Today we're going to talk about the cost of caring for a Sulcata tortoise. We've got 4 different scenarios that are going to determine the cost of owning one of these guys. The first is if you adopt an adult and you have a place for him to stay outdoors all year round, you're golden. All you do is throw him in the yard. Has to be a fenced-in yard. You're going to buy him some vegetables every week. You're going to get him a place that he can get in the water just a few inches deep, and you're all set. That's the cheapest way to get in. If you're adopting an adult and you live in a climate where you have to bring him in half the year like I do, you're going to have to build him an indoor enclosure. And these guys need a lot of room. You're going to have dens and burrows and heat lamps. And all those cost quite a bit of money to get the right UV. Got to have UVB and UVA. And some sources say UVC. I get all 3 just in case. I've got a place for him to sun in the windows, but the windows block out all the UV light, so you can't depend on them for his lighting. You're going to have a tub of water for him to get into, and something for him to dig in, and of course hay for him to eat. Now they don't eat a lot of hay, so there's not much cost there. I recommend using the hay as a place he can eat and dig into. I'm trying to grow some indoor plants so that they can munch on them. That is a pretty cheap way to get some food in them, get some variety. The third scenario is if you adopt a baby and you're outdoors. In that case, your startup costs aren't very much at all. You're going to build a small enclosure. It's going to be all enclosed with chicken wire. And one really important thing is you're going to have to bury a perimeter fence in the ground around them, or they will dig out. I recommend some frozen vegetables, peas, carrots, and corn. Perfect mix for these guys. They'll need a little tub for them to get in the water, but they're going to grow up fast. I'd say after 5 years, you can probably let them out of the enclosure, and they can safely run around the backyard. Fourth and final scenario is if you're going to have a baby indoors. In that case, the startup costs are going to be about the same as getting a Russian tortoise or a box turtle or something along those lines. You're going to get a tank, some substrate, a little bit of hay for them to eat and dig into, water bowl, of course the lighting, and you're good to go. You just have to keep in mind that these guys are going to get this big, and you're going to have to make plans for them down the road. No matter which way you go, please make sure you get the proper lighting. It's one of the most important things for caring for these guys. Windows are not going to cut it. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.